Some say they've been appearing for hundreds of years.
There is some really good evidence going right back in time, right to the 1600s even.
But over the past few decades, their number has been exploding, their scale increasing, and their design becoming infinitely more intricate.
Someone would say, well, I was driving past that road at about 2 o'clock in the morning. I saw this strange circular object over that field. In the morning, it was this crop circle.
They are known simply as crop circles, but as you will soon discover, there is nothing simple about them.
Crop circles are patterns in the crop.
It could be wheat, barley, rye, whatever, which has been flattened at the base, i.e. the stalks haven't been trampled over. The stalks have literally been made very supple at the base, as if they've been heated, and they've collapsed, and they're swirled in a very precise mathematical pattern.
To date, there have been over 10,000 formations cited, averaging 150 feet in diameter, and growing in complexity from simple circles in the early 1980s to pictograms in the 1990s. The crop circle phenomenon culminated last year with what researchers believe was the single most impressive formation ever. 409 tangent circles, patterned in a 6-armed spiraling fractal, measuring over 1,000 feet across on a hillside in Wiltshire, England.
And the question is how it got there.
So what are these mysterious apparitions on our landscape? What do they mean? And just who or what is leaving them behind?
They might be suggestive of some otherness, something that is outside of us, which is somehow interacting with our world and with us.
Obviously the question that pops up in people's mind is alien. It's from another world. That would be the obvious connection, but to me, that's just one option. Perhaps it's something very close. Perhaps it's something we've always lived with. We had reports from the USA, Canada, Europe, Japan, New Zealand, Romania, Czechoslovakia, France, Holland, Germany, all over the world.
But in the early 90s, some of the mystique seemed to dissipate when 2 British citizens, known simply as Doug and Dave, came forth to claim sole responsibility for creating the crop circles. Were mysteries finally uncovered, or was this the evidence of a deeper cover-up?
It really did kill off interest. It was all explained. It was the easy option, really. All been explained. It was 2 old guys making crop circles, and that's it.
2 guys will just take this board, it's about this wide, and connect it to a rope, and they'll literally push it up like this and then stamp down on it, and the corn just breaks, and it sounds like gunfire, and the stalk's breaking. It's an incredible sound, but they just do that, and they just keep going around and around and around.
The record is something like 33 appearing on one night. It's virtually impossible for 2 old men to have done 33 on one night, where there's perhaps 200 miles between them.
If Doug and Dave's claim were true, that meant that in 1991 alone, 2 elderly gentlemen single-handedly created over 200 crop circles.
The best man-made designs I've ever seen were done with a farmer's permission, in full light, and it took them at least 5 hours to put together. Now, none of these things are consistent with the real phenomenon, which happens, we know from eyewitness reports, within 10 seconds. There are a number of anomalies associated with these areas. Birds, animals actually flee from an area about to receive a crop circle within 24 hours and usually refuse to go back there for a year after.
Crop circles themselves can affect mobile phones.
I literally held the phone at an arm's length over to the edge of the crop circle out into the standing crop. And as I moved it out like this, you actually saw the meter on the phone go up to full signal strength. The whole area, there was full signal on this phone, apart from in the exact shape of this crop circle.
I think it's suggesting something. And again, if people are saying, well, they're all man-made, what's happening?
Action! So intriguing is the origin of these massive earthen scars that the subject matter plays an integral role in one of this summer's most anticipated films, M. Night Shyamalan's Signs.
Crop circles are something that's always been of interest to me, the beauty and the grandeur of them. It really is a phenomenon that's happened all around the world that people have caught on to, and so it's always been something that's intrigued me.
In the film, Mel Gibson plays a farmer whose entire world is changed when he discovers a series of intricate lines and circles carved into his crops.
That would start something new for anyone, wouldn't it? makes you feel in crop circles. It's puzzling, troubling, unnerving.
What do they mean? Are they from another world? Are they from outer space? Are they from inner space? Where do the signs come from? And that's what the story explores.
Crop circles touch every facet known to humanity and a few that we haven't yet quite discovered. You can start with geometry and sound and quantum physics, psychic phenomena, the way the human body is formed, the way the brain functions. I don't think it's as simple as saying it's all hogwash, they're all made by people.
There is something wondrous about all of this.
Seeing things I have seen, I know there's something unusual happening with the crop circles.
I think a lot of people are inherently fascinated by the unexplained.
We've got something here which is not supernatural, it's probably natural. We just don't understand it.